Science has many unanswered questions. What is the meaning of life? How did life come from nothing? Ass or tits? Perhaps the biggest question currently making waves in the science community is Fiona hotter in her ogre form? I like to believe I'm a man of action, a man that is not afraid to tackle humanity's greatest question. So let's get down to brass tacks. When we look at this diagram, we can see that Fiona in Perfected Ultra Instinct stands around 6'4", while in her human form, she's around 5'7" to 5'10". Here are some other well-known characters for comparison. A study was done by a well-respected person in the science community, George Carlin. Professor Carlin wanted to find out what percent of men prefer taller women, so he looked at 925 personalized ads. He found that of those 925, 1.3% said they would date a taller woman. Stay with me now. Anyone with a keen eye can see that Fiona in her ogre form has a little more meat on her bone. However, this point is a little more subjective. It is simply up to the person whether they find the human or the ogre more attractive, and most of the topics brought up in this video are subjective. However, this is not subjective. This is a hard fact. Her hourglass shape is somewhat lost with the transformation. She starts to resemble a refrigerator, although I don't see this as a huge loss. While she does look more like a vending machine, other areas have clearly grown in size. When it comes to weight, Fiona in her ogre form weighs a little more than 1,200 pounds, while her weight in human form is unknown. We can guess she weighs anywhere from 90 to 1,000 pounds. The weight could be a turnoff for a lot of people. The human body is able to withstand hundreds of pounds if it is gradually put onto the body, and all at once, well, the human body may not be able to withstand Fiona in her ogre form. Some see this as an obstacle that cannot be overcome. Others see it as a challenge to be conquered. I wanted to test my hypothesis, and in order to do this, I must first collect some data. I asked a complete stranger if he would be willing to undergo an experiment. The experiment was simple. I would ask him some questions and record his answers. Then, once I was finished with the questions, I would show him 2 images and collect his thoughts.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello. As you know, I'm performing a little science experiment and would like to collect some data. And I wanted to ask you some questions. Please answer them honestly and truthfully. Let's start with the first one. What do you look for in a woman?
Well, of course, I think like any person, I look for physical attractiveness, but that's just surface level. I also look for, their personality, and I try and see what we have in common. And if we have nothing in common, then I don't take no for an answer.
Interesting. Number 2, do you prefer women who are shorter or taller than you?
Shorter, but not by a huge degree. Like I believe 6'1", so a woman that's more about anywhere from, I'd say 5'8" to 5'11" is my target range.
Very interesting. Number 3, do you like women with superhuman strength?
Yeah, I suppose I would. I mean, she could crush me between her thighs.
Number 4, do you like them a little thick?
Yeah, I like a woman with some meat on her bones, and let's hope it's a boner.
Number 5, what skin color would you say you prefer your woman to have?
White.
Alright. Those were some good answers. That's some good data that I've been looking for. And there's just one more part to this interview here. I wanted to show you a pair of pictures. And all you have to do is tell me which picture you look at first. Which one catches your eye?
Hey, yo, what the fuck? I immediately saw the one on the left.
Interesting. So you gravitated towards the one on the left. Could you tell me any reason to why you may have gravitated towards the one on the left?
Before I let you listen, I must warn you. My guest went on a 40-minute rant about how beautiful Fiona is. The video has been cut down to a more easily digestible length. Again, viewer discretion is advised.
It has more noticeable colors. Fiona's dress has a more noticeable green coloration as opposed to green. I forget what that color is called. She's got a fatter ass, ripping out a fat one. I love the detailing. Fart out her ogre pussy. Her ogre asshole. You can see the individual butt cheeks, and you could also see her ogre tits just kind of hanging out from the front, giving her a more visible feminine figure.
And there you have it. Undeniable proof that man will pick the big green bitch over a skinny white bitch any day. Science continues to make breakthroughs every day. I only hope my contributions to the science community are able to bring humanity closer to becoming a Type 1 civilization. Also, just semicolon dfkgj semicolon lkdf.